Hello fellow weekenders and welcome to another episode. In last week's episode we got the chill area for the garage, which is this little area right here for anyone to come hang out in the AC garage. We also finally started really making some progress on the Miata because we got a couple of drift events this weekend. We have Import Alliance, which is right down the road at National Super Speedway, which is a very, very big event and I need to make it. Also, there is another event the next day, Sunday, at Clarksville. And it's been so long since I've been there, mostly because I broke my foot, but also I would like to go hang out with a bunch of my friends that aren't going to Import Alliance. So I've made this list for us to hopefully get the car completely ready for this weekend. As you can see, we got to put the digital dash in, install the side skirts, install the radio, lower the front, install the rack, spacers, do an alignment, front bumper fitment, heat wrap the downpipe, and hose clamps for the air filter. Not filters. So that's all I can think of off the rip. We'll add stuff as we go. But I would like to get all this done in this video. Because for one, I feel like I gypped y'all yesterday with a really short video. And two, we only got 4 days now to really get this car done. So let's jump into it. Let's get some stuff done and get this car ready for Import Alliance. So next we're going to put the digital dash in, which is this. This is a Raspberry Pi with a Pi touchscreen that talks to my Megasquirt via this USB. And it works pretty good. It has its quirks, but I know how to work around it. But before we put it in, I need to finally add my fuel gauge and its oil pressure gauge, because those are two things I don't have going to my Megasquirt. I have this, obviously. I can tell how hot my engine is and the RPMs and whatnot. So I need to get that and that on here and then figure out how to get it talking. Which I'd assume we're tapping to the wires here, figure out where the signal's coming from, and then connect it to one of these gauges. Let's get these gauges out, see how they connect, and then go from there. So we got both the gauges in. I think they came out pretty good for some eyeball markings and drilling. But now we gotta figure out how to make it work. So on the back of each one of these we have a positive, negative, and a U. Same over here on this gauge. Positive, negative, and a U. So obviously it's gonna be our 12 volt positive, negative, and then that should be our signal for each side. So hopefully I can maybe get some ring terminals or something and wire this up and we should be good to go. So these are the plugs that we will be stealing our signals from. So on this cluster, on the back side of it, you can see right here it says oil U. So if we follow that, it's right here. So that is on this side, which means we're trying to get to that connector. But we need to remember where it plugs in. So it's gonna go this way, where the little clip is on the top, where it's going in. We need this oil U, which is the B. So that should be this wire right here. So we needed to depin that one, and also find the one for the gas, which is right here. All right. So that's this fuel M, which goes up here to lowercase a, which all these are uppercase, if you can see that. So for this side, connector, top of the connector, A, which means this last wire right here. So we need to get that. We can also grab this ignition and ground negative and daisy chain them to both sensors that I have. So let's get those wires depinned and start working on getting the digital dash in here. So we got the wires depinned that I need. I also unraveled them off the plug and pushed the plugs back there. So now I'm gonna extend these and put ring terminals on them, and then put ring terminals for the jumper for ignition positive negative, and then we should be good to test and see if this works. So I got all my ring terminals added, this one as well, and I made my jumpers. So let's go grab digital dash, wire it all up, and see if it works. So we finally got the dash in. We got both sensors finally working, and this one gave me a lot of issue. Ended up not recording though because I had a lot of friends over, kind of hang out in the new AC garage. We had some pizza and stuff, and just kind of feel awkward recording around everyone. So, but I'll kind of walk you through the issues we had. As you can tell, I've got 1, 2, 3 sensors out right now. And I was trying to test out why it wasn't working. So I was plugging them up and I was getting 0. I ended up testing for power, which is these two, my positive negative. I ended up having power. So then I checked the resistance across this one and had nothing. So that led me to believe that the sensor was bad, or something like the wiring wise was bad in the sensor. But in the midst of testing that, one of my friends that was over was like, do you even have oil pressure? I was like, I should. But we ended up trying that. We definitely have oil pressure because it put a decent amount of oil in there with just a couple of cranks. We went back to the idea of the oil pressure sensor being bad. So how the oil pressure sensor works is you have your signal wire that goes on it, and then the sensor itself gets grounded out to the block. And stupid me ended up putting Teflon tape on the sensor thinking that it was supposed to seal that way, but it's actually an NPT, but you don't need that, it seals itself. So you live and you learn. I took it out, cleaned all the pipe thread off, put it back in, and for reference, the oil pressure sensor is right here. It's on the other side of the oil filter. And now we have oil pressure. Yay! And gas. This works, but I have it off of constant power right now and have it unplugged. The boot up time is very slow. I gotta figure out a way to keep the screen powered on and signal it that the car has turned off, and then properly shut the machine down, because I'm pretty sure shutting it off, just killing power to it's not good for it. So I gotta figure that out, but for now just put it on a hot power. I'm gonna put it on like a switch or something. It should be fine for the track. But next, since we got all that done, I want to get the side skirts on finally. I've been putting it off. I'm really scared because I don't want to drill into my car if I don't have to, and also worried about scratching it. But it is what it is. We gotta put them on. We got them paying for a reason. So let's get the side skirts on. So we got one side on, not fully, but at least got all the holes drilled. So I put, well, let's see if we can see it. So I put one riv nut there. Then I have one right there. Then lastly for the front, I have one there. I'm thinking about putting one here since I already have holes drilled in this kit. They already had holes drilled in it because I bought it like that. So I ran out of Allen heads already. I thought I bought a lot, but apparently I bought 2 different sets because I was going to test it and I never got to the testing phase. And here we are, a day out of Import Alliance. So I need to go buy that and do the same on the other side, and we should be good to go. So next we need to lower the front end, make sure that's all good, and then heat wrap the exhaust manifold, and I think that's all I'm going to do, and we should be ready for Import Alliance. So let's get to lowering the front end, get it to how we like it, and then move to the exhaust manifold. So it was from the bottom of this collar to the top of this perch, 5.5 inches. I got it down to 5. Let's go do it on the same. Put all the tires back on and see where we're setting. Well, we got this side down to 5 inches. Instead of putting the tires back on, wasting time, I decided to go ahead and mount the other side skirt using the bolts from the other side. So that should be good for tomorrow. Then I got the downpipe out. So now we need to wrap this. Also, I apologize for how disorganized this is right now. This is how my brain works when I get real stressed. Partly because I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, and on top of that, so like I'm trying to focus on one thing and then I get focused on something else, and it's just, it goes crazy. So bear with me in times like this. I promise you, and not doing it on purpose. So we got the side skirts, at least the mounting locations, drilled and rib nutted. Gotta get hardware tomorrow after work. Need to wrap the downpipe. I might do it right now or do it tomorrow. The 1/2 inch should be good. We just need to double check the alignment tomorrow. Need to wash the car, take a rip down the road, make sure everything's Gucci, check the tune and whatnot. Then we should be good for Saturday morning. So it might be a late night tomorrow. We might end up getting the video out Saturday, but we'll see. This 2 uploads a week is getting pretty rough, but we're gonna stick to it. So you'll see tomorrow we finish up all the stuff that I just mentioned. So next day out here, I didn't get anything done last night. I just went ahead and called it a night, went inside, went to sleep. But Import Alliance is tomorrow, so this thing needs to be done tonight. First things first, we're heat wrapping the downpipe. Last time I did this, someone mentioned that you're supposed to get the wrap wet before you wrap it. It's supposed to get a tighter wrap when you wet it and make it a little bit easier to work with. You don't get all the fiberglass all over. So we're gonna try it this time, see how tight we can get it and see how good it turns out. So let's get to wrapping. So we got the downpipe all wrapped. This stuff always kicks my ass, especially these little metal ties. I always have to look up how to do them because I always forget. Also forgot to take this and flip it before I metal tied it, but it should be fine. As long as this doesn't unravel at the track, we should be good. So next, we need to get these side skirts fully mounted. I went to the hardware store today on my lunch, got some stainless steel button head, Allen head bolts, and also got some washers for them. I just think that should look a little bit better than these black ones, and also these kind of strip out. They're a little bit softer, so I think these will do better in the long run. I also got our double-sided tape that we'll be using for this center portion. So double-side it to here, and then those bolts, and then probably put some right here, and we should be good to go. So let's get these bolted on fully. There it is, all bolted up. Kind of sucks. The fitment of this is absolutely horrendous. As you can see, I'm hitting the door there, but not too bad. It looked good in pictures drifting. I mean, it's not a show car, but it does kind of suck. It's just going to continue to scratch the paint there, but whatever. I'm not sure if I just have like a first generation Miata KBD kit or what, but yeah, the fitment is absolutely trash. But oh well. Let's move to the second side. Let's get that on, get the tires on, get the downpipe on, get this thing pulled out, get it washed, and then we'll go from there, see what else we lack. Got all the wheels on, got the downpipe on. Now we're ready to lower it. Just want to give a little shout out to my wife. getting me GK Tech ramps for my birthday. If you don't know what these are, they're low profile ramps to help you jack cars that are kitted or lowered or both. So I'm gonna throw those on because I'm not gonna be able to get the jack under what I usually do to get my rear one out. So let's see how they work. So now, let's put the front bumper on, get it pushed out and washed. Alright, update video. We got the car cleaned, went on a test drive. Test drive was going pretty good. I laid into it and it only had like 2 psi. I'm like, what is going on? Then I stopped at the end of our road and noticed my back brakes are smoking. And off camera, before we did all the cleaning and everything, I adjusted the rears trying to get the e-brake to work for tomorrow. And I think I did it too much, which is fine. So I was assuming that's why I wasn't building too much boost. Maybe there's too much load. I don't know. So I get it back to the house, check everything out. I think the brakes clearanced itself enough because when I jacked it up, they were spinning freely. So, but my car has a really bad hot start issue where it won't start when it's hot. And I'm pretty sure my battery was fried because when it would die, trying to turn it back on, I had like 11 volts and this car's been on charge for 2 days now. So on top of all the other issues, I couldn't start the car to diag or change into my hot tune, which sucks, my hot startup I mean. So I ended up going to O'Reilly's, getting my battery warranted. I just got back with it, got it installed, and I think I found our boost issue. I'm looking around and I noticed this clamp I can spin freely. The main one off the turbo. So I would assume that's our boost leak. So I'm gonna get that tight and then take it back out and see if we build boost right. If we build boost right, I'll feel a lot better on loading the car up for tomorrow. I don't want to load the car up and it's not running at least 80%, you know? That's the goal right now. Get that tight, get it test drove again, make sure we're building boost, and then go from there. Just a reminder, I don't have lights. The harness on the right side was chewed up. I still haven't gotten time to fix it. So if we get it boosting right, just on a little pool in front of my house, we'll pull it back in, try to get these lights working, and then mess with it the rest of the night and make sure we're good to go before we load this car. So let's get this boost leak fixed, see if it rips, and then go from there. We're back, it's boosting. So that ended up being the issue. I guess that coupler started slipping down. I remember it not clamping good, but I thought it was good. So maybe at the last event it just worked its way down, and then messing with the car with the downpipe and stuff, it didn't like it. So we got it tight, I pushed it up 2 and then tightened it, so we should have a good grip on it now. That shouldn't come up at import lines, hopefully. So it's 9 now. I gotta do the harnesses. That's a must. I need the harnesses. We need to do an oil change, but I have to go out for that, so that should be probably be last thing. I really need to clean up. When this place is dirty and I'm stressing, it doesn't help. So I'm gonna clean up, get a nice clean area, and then dive back into the car. Thankfully, Sydney made me some food, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm pretty sure David should probably be coming over soon just to chill and hang out. So if I need anything from him, that should be helpful. Other than that, I think we're looking good since the car's running now and boosting. So I need to get onto this because then I want to try to edit this video and try to get it out tomorrow, but we'll see where that goes. All right, let's dive into it. So we got this place all cleaned up, and then I also put in the harnesses. Coming back to our board, all we have left is the radio and the alignment stuff, front bumper fitment, which these three can do another day, it's fine. It's drivable how it is. This I might do, but probably not. I gotta get this done. The oil in there is very, very thin. So I need to go to Walmart and go grab that. But I think it's gonna wrap it up for this one. I don't think y'all care to see me changing the oil in this and loading it up and whatnot. But going to IA tomorrow, I'm gonna rip it. I've already paid, so regardless, there's gonna be footage of the show and hopefully me drifting. Fingers crossed, nothing goes wrong. And it's a good day, and this car rips just as good as it looks. Also, if you notice, there's some pretty sick gimbal shots that I got of the car earlier after we washed it, and that is because I finally invested in one. Got this guy used off Marketplace, so hopefully my videos get a little bit more crispier, at least the B-roll. So hopefully y'all are excited for that. I'm just gonna keep trying to invest in this channel, make these videos better and better. I'd really like to try to get more cinematics out of these videos, make it enjoyable to watch, not just a talking head or, you know, me turning wrenches. I want you to actually enjoy my videos, so hopefully get better at that. So like always, if you like this video, leave a like, also leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll see you in the next one. The man, the myth, the legend.
Holy shit!